everybody, I'm Steph.
I'm Michael
Today we're checking out Spectacular.
from Chili Fox.
Yes.
This game plays from 1 to 6 players and has a box playtime of 20 to 30 minutes. So, thanks to Matago for providing us this copy of Spectacular. Yes, we did get this Chili Fox game at the Matago booth, but they didn't give it to us in exchange for this video. They gave it to us because they know we like to play all the games. So, this game has really cute drafting and puzzle aspects. And I mean, who doesn't like beautiful multicolored dice, right? So, we are going to be placing animals in our zoo and placing dice on those animals and setting up little watchtowers where people can view the animals. And hopefully, we'll score a whole lot of points for having the best, most spectacular wildlife viewing area. So,
Yes.
let's go ahead and take a look at this while I teach you all the rules.
Yeah.
Each player is going to take um, a random player board from the play area and put it with the sun side up. We have the asymmetric side of our board, so we are going to be using the fall side of our boards. And there are some tuck boxes that will need to be constructed before the game begins, where you can place, for example, 2 dice of each color and all of the alligator tokens and tiles, all placed into one of the tuck boxes. And you are going to take the box that corresponds with the animal with a little star on your board. You're also going to take one of these random supply boards. Each of them has, they should all look the same. You're just going to put this on the player count side that matches your player count. This obviously the 2 to 4 player side. You're going to shuffle up your personal stack of tiles, which will go here. And you're going to draw 3, placing them down the side. You're also going to take 3 and place them in your park on spaces 1, 2, and 3. Notice that there's a little cutout area here. That is where this little watchtower piece must be oriented. So this little white area needs to be oriented like so onto the player board. If it is a breeding tile, the breeding tiles all have a heart on them and a little 1 and 2 die symbol on them. If one of those is in your park, you can just place it using any orientation. It really doesn't matter because these don't have any watchtower pieces on them. So, you are also going to want to take 4 dice for your supply board, roll them and place them on the board. You're also going to take one of each common animal. Now, these don't come from your stack. These will come from the shuffled up stacks that are just part of the game. They have different backs on them. All of the yellow ones just have a random shape on them, and you will place one of each color on your supply board. Um, one, let's see, you're going to take the 8 dice from your tuck box, roll them, and put them all here. And put all of the worker tokens next to your board face up. So, before the game begins, you can swap one and only one of your starting tiles with one of the 3 tiles in your personal supply. Now, if you notice here, these are all of the tiles that you have in your personal supply. So you can sort of get an idea of what you need. It is highly recommended if you get both of the ones with one certain color on it, watchtower color, if you've gotten that on your player board already on spaces 1, 2, and 3, as I did, they highly recommend that you change one of them out, which I did because I had my penguin here and I had this one right here. So I swapped it out with my dark colored watchtower here. There are three colors of watchtowers: the white color, the black color, and a yellow colored watchtower. What you're trying to do is you're trying to make three of those appear in a circle, which will allow you to place these colored watchtowers, and place them on your player board. Additionally, you can choose any number of dice from your personal area, not your supply board, but only your personal area. Take as many as you want and roll them once and only once. The last setup thing that you need to do, oh, I forgot to mention, there are solo tiles that you will not need if you're playing 2 to 6 players. There are mission tiles that you can choose to play with if you want. These mission tiles have letters A, B, and C on them. If you decide to play with them, they are just going to give you additional victory points if you can manage to achieve the mission on the opposite side. So in this case, I would get 20 points if I can meet this condition. So each of us has our A, B, and C objectives. For example, I need to have 5 tiles of one color next to 5 tiles of another color, and they have to be touching on at least one tile. So I'll talk a little bit about the rest of those here in a bit. So mission mode is completely optional. You do not have to play with them. So
Like the added challenges.
and I do as well. So we have both decided to do it. Um, as we had mentioned before, each of these animals um, has a color where you can place a certain die, and some of them have certain requirements. Like this could take a 1 or a 2 yellow die. It can't have any other dice of other colors, and it cannot have dice of other values. This penguin here can take any blue die, as you can see. So, breeding tiles are super important because those are going to allow you to score points for your groups of animals that are touching the yellow animals touching this yellow tile or contiguously connected to this yellow tile. So, I'm going to want a big old group of yellow tiles over here.
And you also have to put it so that it lines up with the board.
Yeah, I did have that before.
Yeah.
I did not continue it, but hey,
Yeah,
there it is.
there it is.
So, actually, coming to think of this, I had these two on there. So you see how these are split up. I've got to do one. So, no, sorry. I'm not keeping it. So I've got these both on here. I could swap this one out, but then I have to connect these. I can swap this one out, but then I have to connect these. So neither situation is a good situation for me. So I was just keeping that in mind. Anyway, um, what you are going to do is whenever you're drafting these dice and placing dice on these spaces, there are a few restrictions that you have to do. Um, as I mentioned, ones and twos can only be placed. Breeding tiles can only have a 1 or a 2. You can put ones or twos on other animals, but you can only put ones in on breeding tiles. You can only put ones and twos. Sixes can only be placed on watchtower tiles that are next to built towers. So, if you do not have a built tower, you cannot place a 6. So, that is super important. Threes, fours, and fives can go on any watchtower tile. Generally, the higher numbers are better. So, if you have some threes on here, you probably want to re-roll them. If you don't have a lot of breeding tiles out, you may not want ones and twos initially. So, after this game is basically going to be played over 2 rounds. The first round is going to end when all of these features have been drafted. Notice there are 8 things on here. So after 8 times of passing these supply boards back and forth, we will be done with round 1. what you're going to do is you are going to sum up all of the dice values that are connected to the entrance. Um, if you can get um, a six placed here, and then a die placed here, and a die placed here, and a die placed here, etc., then you can score all of the dice that are connected to that die that is connected to the entrance. I'm not saying that only these dice can score. Any dice here and connected to those dice will all score. A six will score six, a five will score five. I should mention this is the only exception to the watchtower rule. Your star animal tile can only take a six, which unfortunately, no sixes here, no sixes here, no six here. I'm going to have to use one of my tiles to boost the value of that die. I'll talk a little bit about that in a second. At the Then we're going to reset these boards with more dice on them. And then we're going to keep playing some more until all of our personal stuff is gone. There's still going to be stuff on the supply boards. So the game is going to end sooner than you think. There will be empty spots either on dice spaces or on tile spaces. So don't think you're going to fill up everything. You probably won't. And there may not be places where you can put a die. If you don't have, for instance, if you have a blue die space remaining and there are no blue dice amongst the supply board and your personal board, you're just not going to have a die there.
Yep.
So, um, at the end of the game, you are going to score the total value of dice in each habitat area. For example, like I mentioned before, my yellow habitat area, the total value of the dice multiplied by the number of breeding dice, of breeding animals with breeding dice. So, if I want to score a lot of points, maybe I have a big yellow area with 2 or 3 breeding animals, but keep in mind, breeding animals can only have ones and twos on them. So, um, it would be best if they had twos and your other ones had sixes, then you're probably going to score quite a few points. Um, you can have multiple groups, multiple yellow groups score in your habitat area. But remember, if you've if they're separated, only the breeding groups in each area will make them score. If there are no breeding groups in an area, you get 0 points for that area. You need breeding groups.
Multiplied by 0.
Yeah, anything multiplied by zero, 0 whopping points.
That's right.
So, um, and also at the end of the game, you are going to score the value of dice around each built tower with 3 dice next to those towers. So, if I've got a 6 on this one, a 6 on this one, and no die here, I'm not going to score 12 points. I need to put some kind of gray die, well, whatever color die there, if I've got a watchtower built on that spot. Also, at the end of the game, you're going to count the number of different animals in your park. Looking for a player board, Steph. You're going to score based on different animals in your park. If you can manage to get 17 different types of animals, you're going to get 80 points. But the only way to do that, you get 16 on tiles, you get 1 for your star animal. Um, you do not need to have dice on those animals, but the only way to get that 17th animal is by A, getting lucky on the supply board, and B, not putting one of your animals on that has one of these multiples on it. Because some of your animals are, you've got multiples of. Like I've got 2 penguins, I've got 2 panda bears, I've got 2 of these Arctic foxes.
Yeah,
Matter of
so
fact, you see both of them.
you're good. That means you have to skip a turn, but that's actually okay. At the end of our game last time, I had to skip a few turns because I couldn't place dice or I didn't have the right animal or something.
Exactly. So let's talk a little bit about how to play. Um, Everyone's doing things simultaneously, which is why the game does not bog down with 6 players. Um, Simultaneously, everyone is going to choose exactly one item from here and one item from here. I can choose two dice. I can choose two tiles. I can choose a die and a tile. And then once we have all chosen, then we are going to build those two things in our park. If we can't place that die right now, too bad, you have lost that die. Probably don't want to draft that at that point. You can build anywhere in your park. You don't have to place adjacent to something that you already have. You can place it in whatever orientation you want. And you do have to make sure that you follow all of the dice placement rules. If you want, you can use a worker token to adjust the value of your dice, um, either before you play it or after it has already been played. Um, you can indeed wrap a 6 to a 1. So if I've chosen this, I can spend my blue worker or my multicolored worker. You only get these once per game, so keep that in mind. I could use my blue worker to move that 1 to a 2, or drop that 1 to a 6 and then put it on my star animal, which I've got two options. I could do that. Probably, uh, I'm probably going to do that at some point because I want to score that at the end of round one.
Yeah, for sure.
And then you're going to prepare the next turn. If you only have two tiles in your personal display, draw one. Um, if your personal stack is exhausted, well, you're just going to have fewer tiles to choose from. And then we are going to rotate these supply boards. Steph's going to get mine. I'm going to get hers. Otherwise, we are going to rotate them to the left-hand neighbor. Do not refill the spaces. Whatever is left is basically what you've got. And then we start the next turn. We keep doing that until, as I mentioned, all of the elements are gone from your supply boards. Um, you can use work. You get one last chance to use worker tokens before we score everything. Then we're going to do entrance scoring, as I mentioned before. You're going to get points for the dice that are somehow connected through other dice to the ticket window right here. In 2 to 4 player games, you're going to get 4 more dice on the supply board, so 8 dice total, 4 more tiles, and then uh, you are going to uh, start round two by performing step one of the next turn. As I mentioned before, when everything is gone from here, we end round two, and we're going to do all of the final scoring as I mentioned before. Um, And that is pretty much all the rules. There is a solo challenge for those who enjoy the single player experience. Let's talk a little bit about the rest of my missions here. I already explained this one. If I can have 4 4s placed in a group, not in a habitat, but just in a contiguous group, I'm going to get 15 points. If I have one of my colors having dice equal to exactly 17, I'm going to get 19 awesome points. Steph needs to have 3 different color of the other 3 habitat colors next to her lion.
It's pretty easy since I randomly got lucky with
You
my
already
lion
have 2.
placement. That worked out.
You need 5 2s throughout your park. That's not too difficult, especially if you're trying to get those habitats filled up. And you need your habitats with the highest values minus the ones with the lowest values has to be at least the difference has to be at least 13.
Okay, we'll see.
20 points, which is a lot of points.
I wouldn't have done it last game, but we're gonna see about this game.
That's right.
All right, so
I need to choose one of these things and one of these things.
drafting things and stuff. Definitely want to place my heart because he's cute.
No, I don't want any of these crappy things.
I think I also want this heart. I was thinking I could do. Maybe I'm just gonna throw them down here.
Hmm.
I'll throw them down there.
throw them down the steps.
Yeah.
Whoa,
So rude.
violent.
Ugh, I don't like my dice over here.
Yeah.
At least you can use fours. That's good for you.
At least what?
Like you want fours.
Yeah, I do.
It makes fours good.
Sadly, no, I can't do that. Yeah, I have to do
There's a bunch of whining.
that. Yeah, I got some whining going
I
on.
see.
What is my other? So if I put the blue here
Yeah.
and I put the blue here,
Yeah.
I'm really gonna need at least a blue right here, and
Yeah.
I don't have it in my personal,
Okay.
and it's a crapshoot to hope that the next two will have it in there.
Mm.
So my question is, do I even try for it? Is the problem?
Question. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4. You can
Otherwise, I just don't
you can
even
at least
bother with
you
it.
can at least get 5
I
because I'm not taking it this turn.
can at least get 5 what?
Blue.
It doesn't matter if I can't connect it to my star animal. And the reason I want to connect it to my star animal is, hey, we got a scoring coming up here pretty soon.
It's true.
And I don't want this to run out before, hey, I got to get this thing going.
It's true. Maybe you pick not blue.
Yeah, maybe I pick not blue.
Because you do have more yellow in your deck and more gray, so maybe you do gray and yellow.
Maybe I'll work on this.
Yeah, maybe.
All right, that's what I'm doing here. I'm going to place this here.
Okay.
I'm going to place this here because I did not get the niceness of having the yellow watchtower get started for me. So I'm going to have to create my own. I'm going to make my own yellow watchtower area right here. That's right.
All right, so now I refilled this because I took a tile.
Me too. Oh, I got a
over
Pendle
here.
bear.
Pando bear?
Yeah.
There's this. Okay. I have to do that. I have to
What's
because
that?
it's 6 gray. Because that's my
Very-
only shot of really doing it.
That's too bad that I gave that to you.
You couldn't have stopped me
No,
for what it's worth.
it's worth.
You couldn't have stopped me.
Yeah.
Can't stop me now.
Yep.
2 dolphins.
$2.
2
I
dolphins.
want my $2.
2 dolphins. Wow. I'm gonna start needing dice in a minute.
I'm starting to cry here in a minute.
What?
Yeah. Pure tears.
Oh.
Yeah.
My lion is a happy lion. He has all the colors around him. One, two, three, four, five, 6 animals on my board. 6 different animals on the board.
Mm-hmm. You could put the 4.
Stop with the arrow.
Okay, that's what's going to happen.
That's happening.
Yeah. I'm going to put this here, and then I'm going to put the 4 directly on him.
All right. Fill her up. Here's this.
Ain't no fill up for me.
Rain. All right. I'm gonna take a turtle.
Ooh.
And G Willikers. G Willikers.
Now that doesn't mean I can't take one of these and just put it where its watchtower does not even get filled up. That is a valid option, and it's one I'm strongly considering right now. I think this is what's happening.
2 blue dice.
I'm going to take a 4 here, and I'm going to raise this to a 6 and drop it right there because I have no other option.
Yeah, you had to do
I
that
had to do that for sure.
to make sure you get those points.
Yeah. Because we've got 5 rounds left.
That's the way of it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want that. Maybe I want the yellow. I think I want the yellow 5. Yellow 5.
Yellow 5 standing by.
And
like any of these, to be honest.
to be fair.
To be fair.
I guess I'll put him down there. And there.
Gotta think about this, looking at what's left over there.
Hmm.
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 I think this is what's happening.
This is what's happening. Okay.
These up a little bit.
What did you leave me?
Poop.
Garbage. Boo, Michael.
La.
Wow. That's not great.
I need to refill.
That is not great.
Oh.
Not what I wanted to see. So I'm doing that. And boost that. I hate using that for that purpose, but I'm going to boost this to a 2. Ouch. Do I want to do that?
I can abandon my penguin down here.
Abandon the penguin?
Yeah. About what's going to happen here.
Yeah, I thought you might.
I have to.
The poor little penguin.
So how do I get these things all wetted up here?
Copacetic.
No.
Yeah.
You can put the 4 there. It looks like this is going to happen. A giraffe. and a number 4. This is now complete.
Nice. Okay.
We have 3 elements left.
Yep. I need this monkey.
Monkey.
Ape. Ape.
That's probably going to happen.
I might as well do this to 1 to a 6. Try and score as much as I can.
Since I'm not going to get the yellow finish this turn, I could put out the penguin instead. I think that's probably the right play.
Okay. Well, it did connect all your dice, so
Yes, it did.
That's nice.
That's why I did it.
Take that. Mistakes were made. But
not by me.
That was one. Now what? This. Guess we're coming down this way.
It'll be coming down the mountain when it comes.
That's a different thing. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 different animals. Not yet scoring for animal types. Not yet.
All right. This goes over here. This goes here.
You're leaving me with this 1.
You leaving me with this monkey.
I can either turn it to a 6 or I could turn it to a 2. I mean, 6 gets me 6 points right now. But I am looking for 2s. I'm going to have problems. I have a feeling I'm not even going to be able to. Well, I have 2 here. So if I get another yellow tile. Oh, what do I do? Taking my chances and making it a 6.
All right. You ready for preliminary scoring?
Yes. We got the scoring thing here.
Yes. So there is a scoring page that comes with the game. So for your ticket scoring, this is the only thing you're scoring for round 1. Last time I had 32, you had 30. I've got 10, 15, 20, 24, 28, 30, 32 again.
I think I did way better this time.
6, 12, 18, 24, 35, 7, 9, 39. Wow, ruining me. All right. Roll a whole bunch of dice.
Okay. Oh boy.
And again,
boy.
remember, you are not going to use everything on this board. Your game is done when you run out of your personal stuff.
Wow. All right.
One of each of these.
Hippopotamuses, rhinoceroses, tiger. I already got this one.
No.
Did not get this. Oh man, what do I do? Ooh ooh. Oh man, where are the yellows? Whoa.
Yeah.
Wow. Wonder what you're gonna do.
I wonder what I'm going to do too.
Okay.
I'll take this 6 is what I'm going to do.
Play this. And and
And
and oh.
oh no.
Oh. Gotta connect this stuff. I already have him though. Just take the 6. I need to put something around that pillar. Oh man, I got problems. So many problems.
I'm going to have to put up the 6.
I screwed this up. I screwed it up. I should have put the panda bear somewhere else.
My last token.
You can look at it.
Because I only have one left.
Yeah, you know what it is. If you really cared to
I
do
do
the
care to
research.
look because, and I figured that's what it was. I have a slight issue.
Yep. I understand this.
There's something I've got to do that I don't want to do in order to get bonus points.
Hmm.
But I have to do this in order to even have a possibility of closing this up.
Yeah, that's what I was afraid of because I also needed yellow. So that's
Oh, you did?
too bad for me.
I would apologize, but man,
Too bad.
yeah.
Well, now I can stop looking at it.
Was it tempting you?
Where's the action to rearrange my whole board? No, why did you take it?
Because I had to close it.
Didn't have to
Yeah,
do
that
nothing.
gave me both of my towers.
Well, the problem is I can't. I don't have 2 blue hats, so
Don't have 2 blue hats.
1 blue hat. If I did, then I could possibly take blue mating tile, but that's pretty much going to be a wasted action. Whenever. Well, that's just peachy.
Peachy.
Actually, I will keep that as a 1. Yeah, I think I'm keeping it. I need to do this one first. Need to do that first.
I think I already know the ones I'm gonna. The ones I'm going to.
So
change with these.
Okay. That's nice. I'm like, yeah.
You keep setting off the dot.
No, you.
Uh, no. I've got to have those.
Gotta have it. Oh, that tiger looks nice
Let's bring
too.
this guy out because I have to score. I have to score the group of grays
Got to.
because there are no other matings out.
Yep. That's true.
I've got no rush to put him though. I'm just concerned if I take dice, I won't be able to manipulate them to get them to where they need to be. The other thing that I have to do.
It's a lot that I have to do. So much that I want that I can't get. So much. So
As
much.
the great philosophers said, you
So
can't
much.
always get
Can't
what you
always get what you want.
yeah, that.
But if you try so hard, get what you need.
Hmm. Oh yeah. We'll get a lot of these this time, which I didn't do the first game we played, where you tore me up. The
Whoa.
game you did, you completely ruined me, and
I'm
it was
gonna do it again today.
wow. I'm gonna do it again. Yeah, I'll just do it again to you, and then I will 5 it. Hang on. What? What did I do something bad?
Yeah, you're a bad
I'm
person.
a bad person. Oh no, I can't put him there. I have to put him down here.
Sorry, this was a 3, I think.
What?
It wasn't a 1.
Did you change it?
I had, and then I took it back. It was a 3, not a 1, because I had to change it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy. Well,
So that gets my group of 5.
oh boy.
Oh boy. And I need to get one of these two.
Slovakia stuff. You're not wrong. Overwhelms me as well. Very much so.
It's fine.
Michael's like, whatever.
We got this.
Yeah. Guess I'll take this tiger and be happy about it. Well, might as well use this to make this 6. And, let me just do this. You're done with that, huh?
Yeah, I had to get my group of 5. This is done. I'll turn it backwards. That's a must.
Alright, now I can do this because I need. Yeah. Oh, no. I need it to be a 2. And, ugh.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
2.
And the last 3 turns, by the way.
Yeah, I see that. My board is looking pretty bad.
Mm-hmm. That's not the one I wanted to do. Yeah, it is the one. That's the one I had to do. And this I'm lowering to a 4 because I have to do that as well.
Oh, this is bad. I'm gonna be losing a lot of turns at the end of this game. Good job, me.
My best option.
Hey, y'alls. Welcome back.
Oh no. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 things open with 3 turns left to do it.
I'm gonna be losing a whole bunch of end of turns, so. Lucky Steph, I will definitely get it done. We play all the games here. Not to fear.
No, I have to do this. That is there. And this is has to go around one. Oh, I could do it if I took nothing but. No, I can't do it now taking nothing but dice. Especially if I want this. I've got still got 3 spaces with 2 turns. And I can't do nothing but dice because now I can't do it. That's fine. It'll all work out.
Yeah, there's nothing. I mean, there's nothing I can do. So
I can bump this to a 6.
it don't matter what I do.
It don't matter to me.
I think the remainder of the game I can't do anything. So it's not a good spot to be in. Just so we're all clear.
No, we're clear. That's for sure.
Clear.
One more round. This is it.
Oh, well, maybe, yeah, because I missed something, so. I guess I could take a blue die. I could take a blue die. I have a spot for that. And then these dice are just dead.
That's right.
Dead.
6, 11, 13, 17. This one is also complete. Here's my 1, 2, 3, 4. And here's my group of 5 or more next to my group of 5.
Okay. I don't know if I completed C yet, so we'll have to do the math.
Let's find out right now because your lowest numbered group has to be yellow.
Yeah.
So you have 8. What's your biggest group?
I think it's
6, 12, 16, 18, 20. Minus 8 is 12. 6, 12, 17, 19. Minus,
even get it.
minus 8 is not. 6, 12, 14, 18, 23 minus 8.
But it's not a group. It has to be connected.
No, not what I'm saying.
Oh.
The difference between your colors
Oh.
6, 12, 14, 18, 23, 21 minus 6 is 15. You got it.
Wow.
You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You've got the ones around your line. You scored all of yours.
Yay.
So go ahead and do those since we're on them. That's 45 for me.
46.
Good job. Green areas. 6 times 1 is 6.
11.
11 times 1 is 11.
Yep.
So, because I've got 6 points of dice and 1 breeding die. Yellow. 14, but 1 breeding die is 14.
8.
Blue. 13 times 1, 13. I didn't get lots of points
19.
from these. Yeah, you think you've got me beat this game. Let's try this. 6, 10, 15, 19, 21 times 1 is 21.
40.
What? Yeah, you've killed me. All right. Around watchtowers with 3 dice. 14, 20, 27.
I got 18 and 18.
36. Different animals. It's my one chance to catch
Okay.
up.
Yeah, I didn't do great with this.
I didn't either. I didn't even try.
7, 8, 9.
Let's pull all these
10.
off so I can make sure here.
I had 11 different.
11 different is 13
I
points.
guess I hit some points with it.
I've got two Arctic foxes, a deer. I got two deer. Rhino, rhino. Let's put a die on him just so I can mark him. Penguin, penguin. I've got that penguin marked. So I got one rhino marked. I got one giraffe marked. Wow, I had three giraffes.
Yeah, I had 3 of some
God, I'm
too.
so screwed.
I had 3 apes or sloths rather.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 is 21. Yay, 8 points bigger than you on one of them.
Whoop whoop.
Nothing left but the crying that I know is going to be mine because you are ahead in just about, just about every single
But
category.
you
So
saw I lost out on at least 3 or 4 drafts because I couldn't do anything with my dice. I couldn't draft
unfortunately, it didn't matter.
well. It's because I focused really hard on making sure what I did do was worth every penny of it. So that's my only hope.
All right, you got 212.
Wow, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
One, sorry, 79.
Up. 179 for Michael, 212 for Steph. I did all right. I like the goals because I I'm like I'm trying to do this C goal, but I wasn't even really paying attention. I was more trying to do the 5 twos, which took up a lot of my efforts, like to get the heart tiles. But we just were rolling such high numbers. I'm like, where are all the twos? But I don't know. For a cute little drafting game, you get the choices for tile placement, which I really enjoy. I like the added aspect of the watchtowers and how you use sixes because that gives you a little bit of restraint, but it's not too hard to get a watchtower. I'm sure with more players, you'll see more of the
I
color.
could not get the watchtower
Yeah,
without sacrificing a lot, and then ultimately I couldn't get the dice on there
right.
because I just couldn't do it.
Yeah, so it's about
Um,
managing when to do things that you have the opportunity for and when
yeah.
to.
So the
Um,
first time we played, I didn't focus on my personal goals at all until it was far, far too late to even try.
yeah.
And I got 18 points for my personal goals. But I got 213 points overall, which beats your 212.
But what
Though
were our
you got
scores the other
218.
day?
That was the other day. What
Okay.
I'm trying to say is when I did not pay attention to it, I actually did
Better.
far better in the game itself.
Yeah, because you were focused on your board and how to
And
like
even
line
this
them.
time I was focused on the board. I couldn't seem to draft
Yeah.
what I needed. Not that I couldn't draft it, it's that it didn't appear on the board at all.
Yeah.
And I worry a little bit that, you know, especially in two-player games where you don't get the variety, what happens? Because
Yeah, I mean, I see what you're saying. My thought is it's a fast game, so
yeah, I mean
you just play it again.
when it's only 20 to what is it? 20 to 40, 20 to
Yeah.
30
Yeah.
what's on the box.
So,
Then I mean ultimately it doesn't matter a great deal.
right.
Um but yeah, I just
I mean, there could be an alternate like two-player thing where you have a third board that
right.
just cycles like the rest of the boards. If one
Right.
goes off, randomly remove something.
Right, but what's the randomly remove? I
You roll
mean,
a die or something and you
yeah.
remove one. But
But yeah, it's a little unless you it's hard to rulify that
I know.
to if you wanted to make that an official variant, it's hard to say, oh, if there's seven things, then you roll 2d6, and if you don't roll it, then you can't really
Yeah, I get that. But I'm just
you can
saying
make a home variant,
there are
but yeah,
things that you could do if you're having issues. Like I was like looking for a yellow tile and I could not find
right.
one. So
But that's what I'm saying is I had to draft that maybe when it was not a good opportunity for me to draft, and ultimately it didn't help me score the watchtower because So basically, all I did was deny you points,
Which was rude.
which was rude, but it didn't help me any.
I know.
So
So maybe it wasn't your best draft.
maybe.
So it's just, I don't know, for a fast game, I think there are a lot of good choices and I like it. I get why you have some hangups on it, but
It's not that I have hangups. I quite enjoy the puzzle, and I really enjoy drafting games where you have rotating sets of things to do. Um, that's that's a little minor concern, is that what you need just may not appear.
right.
So, if you're shooting for 17 animals, the animal you need in a two-player game might not appear.
Oh yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. So, but other than that, I mean, I really enjoyed Spectacular
Me too.
from Chili Fox Games.
Yeah, play it.
Yeah.
Like it.
So
Love it.
if you enjoy teaches and playthroughs like these, check us out on YouTube. Search for Board Gamer Steph and come uh, join us in all of the playthroughs that we do. Or even better, you can join us live on Twitch every Wednesday and Sunday night at 5 p.m. Central, where we stream 3 games or more every single stream. So come join us on Twitch, where we play all the games.
And for those on Twitch, we'll be right back.